Welcome to another class of mathematics, and today we are starting a new chapter, trigonometrical ratios, and that is under two chapters, chapter 17 and chapter 18. So this trigonometrical ratios is under two chapters, and here also there might be few things that are reduced. Let us verify that first. So trigonometrical ratios, then simple 2D problems, standard angles, concept of trigonometric ratios and their direct application. So here see reciprocals, evaluation from the ratios. Okay, so here in trigonometry nothing is cut. Why I am telling this? Because this needs to be told in the right at the start of the class itself. So in trigonometry nothing is cut. That means whole of the chapter 17 and 18 is coming for the exam. Nothing is reduced from trigonometry because this is the first time you are learning trigonometry. Many of you must have learned it already also because people are moving ahead. Okay. So trigonometrical ratios, that is chapter name. Trigonometrical ratios is the chapter name, and it is the 16th chapter I am teaching you, and first lecture on that. This is your lesson 17 in the book. So considering the first lecture, see, first of all, you know what is basically trigonometry? Study of relationship between side and angle of triangle. What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is study of relationship between sides and angles of a triangle. Okay, that means a triangle will be given to you, and for that triangle you will calculate the angles, or angles will be given, and you calculate some relationships A, B, C. Suppose this is a right angle triangle and I have an angle, I am calling this angle as theta. So how is this angle theta related to the sides? What are sides? AB, BC and CA. These three sides are there. So basically in trigonometry, what do we study? We study that these sides of a triangle and the angles, how are they interrelated. So there will be certain terms that will be introduced here. So certain identities will be there and certain terms also are introduced. These are called as ratios. Basically trigonometrical ratios. That itself is the chapter name also. So in this one we will be getting the knowledge about ratios. There will be number of formulas that you will be encountering and that you must have learned also by now. And so many short tricks also are generated by the people that have been used, and I will encourage that. But as long as you do questions right with those tricks, it is good. Otherwise, a trick that gives you a wrong answer will never be a good trick. Okay. So whatever tricks you know for that, that should be known to you. So I will again focus on what I have told, that trigonometry is the study of relationship between sides and angles of a triangle. Okay, so what all triangles will be dealing with here will be basically the right angled triangles. So all the triangles that we'll talk about will be right angled triangles. So let's see what those ratios are. Basically we say trigonometric ratios. So there are some ratios which will relate the angle and the sides. So there are three types of ratios that will be relating the angle and the side. Okay, how are these ratios there? Let's see. I will be introducing them to you. So they are saying, let there be a triangle. This triangle is let us go by the book example only, or you can take ABC also. I am taking this only. OMP. M is the vertex which is right angled, and P is the vertex which is the another point of the height, means other end of the height. Now you know by your knowledge of Pythagoras theorem that the triangle has a right angle triangle has got three parts. So this so here you know about one theorem regarding the right angle triangle, that is called as what? Pythagoras theorem. And the Pythagoras theorem states that the square of hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So that theorem must be very much prevalent to you. You must have learned also, and we have done it also as a chapter in this same academic year. So, you know what we will call this angle as theta. I have told theta is any name. You can take alpha, you can take beta, you can take x also. Now, this is the right angle. The side which is in front means this way. Basically, this side is subtending the angle there, or angle is what? This side is called as hypotenuse. We are calling it as H or something like that. This side, which is the base, is called as the base. Or B. And this is called as the angle, or the side which is subtending the angle is called as perpendicular. P. Now see one thing, that is the bullet point, that means the noteworthy point. This perpendicular will keep on changing. Mind it. The perpendicular will keep on changing once you change the theta to here. I will just demonstrate that. Suppose same triangle you are taking, P, O, M, this, and theta is this. Now see, hypotenuse will remain the same. This is hypotenuse. Okay, then what? Now base is PM, so base also changes, and the side which is subtending the angle theta is called as what? Perpendicular. Very good name. You can name some of the yours as name like this. So this perpendicular name also you can keep. Many must you have observed some movies, they are keeping the name perpendicular only like that. So you must remember the word perpendicular. So this thing I have told so that you can remember perpendicular and base are dependent on which particular angle you are taking in a triangle other than the 90 degree. So that 90 degree or the right angle is fixed, other than that two angles are there. So depending on which angle you are taking, the perpendicular and base will change. The hypotenuse remains unchanged. Okay, so let's learn about some ratios and we will continue to take one or two more classes to explain you about the relationships. First, I'm telling about some relationships. First is what is, let me write in the capital, sorry, this will be capital only, but this is small, let me write as sine. So S-I-N-E, this is sine, but in the short form we are writing it as S-I-N also. So don't pronounce it as sin, but this sine. Sine. So sine is the ratio, and ratio of what? Ratio of the angle. If we talk in regard of this figure, it should be sine of what? So sine is always associated with an angle. So sine of theta. Sine of theta. Now, since it is a trigonometrical ratio, we will express that as a ratio. Ratio of what? Sides. Which two sides? Sine theta is the ratio of the perpendicular and the hypotenuse. The perpendicular and the hypotenuse. In this particular triangle, what is the perpendicular there? Perpendicular is PM. And what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is OP. So PM and OP will keep on changing from question to question. Someone can name it ABC, MNP, PQR, like that. But one thing will not change, that is what? PM is what basically our PM is perpendicular. So perpendicular, OP is hypotenuse. Got it? So it is called as sine of theta. Sine theta means what means sine theta? It is sine of theta. I have started from very scratch, means very grassroots level. I have gone for you because trigonometry is something that is exclusively new for you. You have not done in any class, except for in physics where you have done, or you have talked about, some people are writing the laws of reflection in that, or laws of reflection. They are writing the sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction bears a constant ratio that is commonly called as refractive index. So the law of reflection, that is the second law, we have used the term sine. Some people are very much excited about sine and cos at that time only. But one thing that I say to them is that please wait for next class. There you will learn about trigonometric ratios and see I am taking it here. So sine is a ratio, and sine is always for an angle. Which angle? Theta here. Theta can be any angle. Theta can have different values. What are values it can have? 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree. I should write the degree symbol, though I checked the copies, I found that many were just skipping this degree symbol. So that makes your answer wrong. So 45 degree, then 60 degree, then 90 degree. You will be also knowing about the ratio that, now see, for these particular values, like I said 3x. 3x is a variable because depending on value of x, the value of 3x will change. But if I say x equal to 5, so for that value of 5, the value of 3x will be what? 15. So here, for these angles, value of sine theta is fixed. That is called as, they are called as T ratios. T means trigonometric ratios of standard angles. These are standard angles. This you are expected to know. And also, while solving numerous problems in class 11th of mechanics or heights and distances when you solve in class 10th, there this T ratios of standard angles will be handy. Also in the problems where a plank is there, or if you are drawing a free body diagram where a body is here, so that sine theta, cos theta, body will have a free body diagram, so like that, body downwards. some part of the angle will be what? Parallel to the plan, some will be perpendicular to the plan. So all these things will come, not required here, but as a matter of reference, or you can say application of this sine cos and this standard angle, we are using that. Okay, lot of the things. Also in class 11th, when you learn about the when you are learning about the center of mass and all these things, lot of details will be there. So let's stop there only. So this is one ratio. Other ratios are cos, tan. Okay, so these are three ratios. Then there are also inverse of these ratios. Let me talk about the inverse of sine also here only. So sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So what will be opposite of sine? Opposite of sine is called as cosec. Okay. So it will be opposite of sine will be what? See in the book, they are whatever they are calling as perpendicular, they are calling it as height. So need not worry regarding that. Hypotenuse remains hypotenuse and the side base remains base. Okay, so need not worry. What I am calling as perpendicular, they are calling it as height. Okay, that we are using it as height also. So what is the inverse of sine? We call it as 1 by sine theta is called as cosec. Cosec is also a ratio only, and cosec is also related to an angle only. So cosec or cosec theta. So what is cosec theta? Cosec theta is the inverse of sine theta. And what is this value will be? Value of sine theta is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So the value of cosec theta will be hypotenuse upon perpendicular, or it will be OP upon PS. I hope this much of an introduction is very quite a lot of discussion as this is for you to understand. Considering this is a new topic, I will suggest that just take a topic and stick to it, and you'll learn a lot of new things about it. Okay, so in the upcoming class, I will be talking about the cos, that is called as cosine. Cos is basically cosine. In short, we are writing it as cos. Then there is another called as tan. Tan is the tangent. Then these ratios also are important. That will be in the next chapter, or here only they are told. Let us see. Yes. There is a single exercise for this chapter. So in the next chapter, you will utilize this concept of the standard angles. These values you have to just mark up. There are values for this. Once you learn the value for sine 0. Now sine 0 is what? Sine 0 is 0. Sine 30 is Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So values are given like that. Then sine 45 is root 3 by 2. Sine 60 is, this is 0, this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by root 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Then this is root 3 by 2, and sine 90 is 1. Opposite of sine, the values are of what? The cos. So cos 0 is 1, and reverse way will go. Again, sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is 1 by 2. Then sine 35 is 1 by root 2. Then sine 60 is 3 by root 3 by 2, and sine 90 is 1. So there are certain relationships. I will also tell you later that what is the way of connecting them. So I think so this is enough for the today's class.